What is good, my good people? My name is Martin. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Crash notification bell, man, and stay up to date with everything I got going on. It's much appreciated. I like to thank everybody who's new to the channel and all the old people to the channel as well. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for watching the videos. 2,000 man subs, man. We moving up, but we ain't finished yet, man. We got a lot more work to do. So without further ado, man, let's get right to it. As I was prepping for this video, man, I didn't realize, man, I never really gave an in-depth video about a little bit about my background and why I do the things I do. How I got introduced to it, if you will, in a sense. So today, I decided to make a video and show how I went from a 9-to-5 job paying $38,000 a year, so that's roughly a few thousand a month, to making $20,000 a month working for myself. I never was the smartest person in school. I don't know more than anybody else. So I don't even think $20,000 a month is really, when you start making $20,000 a month for the first time at least, it's like, man, it's so much more. Then you start to get into the room with people who's making 20 million a month. So man, it's a lot more work to do. Making this video with it's not to brag or to make it seem like I'm just this great person. It's more so to inspire and let you guys know that a regular dude like me can do it, man. Hey, you can do much more, and hopefully you watching this video and I inspire you to step out and do more. Just write it down, whatever you can imagine, man. That's what you could do. $100,000 a month, $1 million a month, man. Apple makes billions a month. So man, it's possible, and it's out here, man. Just gotta use our brain, our mind. But I can go all day about that, man. Let's get right to it. So I guess we can start with what we put in our mind, and for everybody in America at least, in some way, shape, or form, you have to do some type of schooling, and it's all about growing our minds and stuff. And I would tell you, man, and shout out to all my brothers and sisters, man, step brothers and sisters, man. I love y'all, and they can also vouch for me. The ones who went to school with me, my teachers can vouch for me. Through elementary, all the way up to high school, I was not a good student, man. I really did not care, man. I really did not want to ever be at school. I liked the social side of it, but I didn't like the work side of it. The work wasn't hard. I could have did it. All work is in school, anybody in college too, all it is just reading and remembering what you read. But I just never put the time into it, so I wasn't a good student. I didn't get good grades. Didn't really have no direction. It wasn't nobody's fault but mine. I just wasn't interested in school. So I go on to say that I graduated high school, man. It was a year late, but I did it. I went to college for a year. I still was just not ready. I just went just to go. Wasn't really interested at that time. So I decided to get a hold to a recruiter. Well, he got a hold to me, and I joined the Marine Corps. Man, shout out to all my Devil Dogs. Shout outs to all the military people, man. Thank you for your service. So I did 4 years in the Marine Corps. I deployed to Afghanistan. I deployed with the 26 Mu, so I was on ship for like 6 months with the Navy, stuff like that. Very, very good time in my life. It really grew me up, and it really catapulted me to the next level, to where I would be going my direction and that I would choose. And that's also where I found God, man. And everything that I got, everything that I do is because of God, man. When I decided to allow Jesus Christ into my heart, man, that's what really changed it. And I know that's not, people talk about religious and stuff like that, and people just don't understand it, but I know what it did to me, man. I told y'all, man, I was like a terrible student. But when the Lord found me, man, my whole mind changed, and that really pushed me to a level that I wouldn't have found this level had I not heard that call and accepted it. So man, that's that. So I did my 4 years in the military. I got out the military. Got out in December 2012. I already signed up for school, for college. I went to Franklin University here in Columbus, Ohio, for business, and I started college January. So I went straight into school, and I was just so focused, man. I was just so on it, man. I mean, I'm getting all A's, you know what I'm saying? Just working it, man, doing 18 credit hours and everything like that. So I went in January 13. I graduated with my bachelor's degree in May of 15. So it took me 2.5 years to do that, man. And that means a lot because coming from somebody like me who always hated school, man. I hated homework. I never did it. I just didn't do anything. I did the bare minimum, man. And to go to college and graduate with a 3.6, you know what I mean? And it speaks volumes, man. And it just shows, I want y'all to be inspired. Anybody who's going through school or anybody who hates school at the moment, hey man, don't give up, man. School is not everything, but it's really for college for me. What it means, it's not necessarily about the degree or what you got in your mind, because most people get their degrees, they don't retain anything in their brain. But the main thing is to build your confidence, because school, getting your degree just takes so much time and dedication that when you do it, it's more so like it just builds your confidence in the workforce. And that's why, people, when they get it, you get better jobs because you got that confidence. It just give you that confidence that you're competent and you can start something and you can finish something. So that's what I would say about my college experience. After I got my bachelor's degree, I decided to start a job I got a job as a financial manager. I was over a whole store. I was a store manager, and I was over a $500,000 store. I was also doing my MBA as well. I did a couple MBA programs, but I stopped having the interest for school after I got that degree and after I started working and stuff. So I was kind of in and out, kind of went back into my old habits a little bit with that, but I still was pushing forward in that and thinking about law school as well. But so I started this job making $38,000 a year. Man, I thought I was it. You know what I'm saying? Was able to off of that salary, using a VA loan, a home loan, I was able to buy my first house, had cars, was still, doing stuff and saving my money, doing the responsible things and everything like that. But looking over that was the perfect job for me to have with the being a store manager, because it really taught me about everything, the profits and losses. I knew everything that was coming in, everything that was going out. I knew about hire. I had to hire my people, had to discipline, fire my people. I was responsible for everything, and I think that was so vital for me in business now, having that experience. So I will challenge anybody who's looking to start a business. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a manager over another company before starting a business, but I know for me, I mean, it helped me out so much because it just gave me that extra boost, and I was able to fight through some of the things because I already know what it looks like when you get out the fire, because the company I worked for was a multi-hundred-million-dollar company, and they've been through it all, so they had systems and operations in place, and I just learned so much, about my taxes, about, audits and stuff like that. It was very vital for me, so that was a really, really good thing. So during my time there, man, I started to get burnt out. I started to feel unappreciated. Not unappreciated because I wasn't being treated fairly or anything like that, but just underappreciated because the amount of time I was salary. So the amount of time that I was putting in, I knew, you know what I'm saying, and some people can relate to this as well. I knew that I was not getting compensated the way that I should have been getting compensated. So I knew I had to make a change, and I just, I started going in planning mode, man. I don't know about y'all, but when I got something in my mind, man, I'm up. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's on my phone, I'm researching. I got the notes on my phone. I'm just writing down different ideas, looking at different companies I can start while I'm working, or, something to transition from that. So like when I got that thought and I started getting fed up with the job, man, I knew, I can strike out on my own. I had the knowledge on how to run a business, from college as well, being a business, having my business degree. I learned so much stuff with that, and the management job just boosted me up. So I started just researching jobs and, doing YouTube University, going on there, seeing what's good with that, and everything. So I looked at the cleaning business, and I'm like, man, the cleaning business is something you can start, with low cost. You don't take much money to start. Learn how to get contracts with the companies, and basically you work for yourself. You clean all night, when they're closed, or you clean during the day whenever you do it. And I also was looking for starting a company where I can get out of it one day, where I can scale it up and I can hire people and provide opportunities. And so that's what I did, man. I quit my job. I got blessed had a blessing come, man, and I got a couple contracts with a couple of car dealerships. And it wasn't matching my income I was making, but it was enough for me to pay my mortgage. It was enough for me to live off of and do some. I was doing Uber as well. So any for you entrepreneurs out there, man, don't be scared to do other things while you're building your business to make extra money. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to drive Uber Eats, Uber Lyft, whatever. Like I'll say more independent contractor type jobs where you're not secluded there every day. I'll definitely recommend, man, to have extra money coming in, to have some type of independent contractor job, just so you can stay above the rim and you can have some leverage and you can still have money coming in as you build it. It's a really good idea. I'm happy I did it. I wouldn't change it for nothing. So during this time period, after starting it, and I was doing my contracts and stuff like that, and I had it going, and I was moving, thinking I was moving and shaking, man, I ran into a freaking brick wall, man. Like, these companies where I was doing my cleaning from, these car dealerships, man, they did not want to pay. And I talked to other cleaning companies, and it was like a trend in this industry where they just didn't want to pay you. They wanted to pay you like 90 days late or whatnot, and you thinking you on this run, you doing it. I didn't want to do Uber no more. I got burnt out on that. I still was doing it, man. I had to do what I had to do. So at that time, that was the number one time in my whole entrepreneurship journey since I started in 2000. I made my company in 2015 when I went full all in. And that's the time where I was like, man, I'm not doing this no more. I quit. I was like, forget this. I got a degree. I got experience. I can lead people. I can help people. I'm just gonna work for another company and forget this entrepreneurship. So that's where my mindset was at. But my stubbornness, I guess, wouldn't let me just fully quit. So what I did, I would go down to my university where I'm alumni at, and I can have access to their smart rooms. And what I would do every day, if I gave myself a week, I went down there every day and locked myself in one of those rooms all day, man. And then sometimes you gotta do this, man, as an entrepreneur. Just lock yourself up and just don't leave until something happened. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave until something happened. And that's what I did, man. I locked myself in this room. I'm learning how to do ads. I'm learning about Google. I'm just learning. I'm just building up. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna make something happen, man. I'm gonna do something. Honest to me, with all my work, and it's just towards the end of the week, I've been there every day, but I just like, okay, I'm just gonna give it my all. And what's so incredible about this time is that, I was looking for people and looking for opportunities, looking for contracts and stuff like that. And with all my stuff I was doing, I didn't find anybody. Somebody found me. And this was the greatest gift to me ever. This is one of the biggest companies. They have the most houses in America. They're everywhere in America. And the vice president, man, he was on Craigslist and he seen one of my cleaning ads. And they have over 4,000 houses in Columbus, and they're all in the suburb, nice areas, man. And they do everything. They buy them cash and they just rent them. And I didn't really know what it was when he called me, and he just wanted to have all this stuff. He needed my insurance. He wanted me to have all this stuff, and I didn't have it, but I said, I'm gonna get it. So that's what I did, man. I was like, man, I looked them up. I seen how big they was. I had just bought a carpet cleaning machine as well. And I told them I had this great carpet cleaning machine, and they wanted me to demonstrate it in one of their houses. So that next day I took my carpet cleaning machine up there into a house where they would usually get rid of the carpet. And man, dog, I cleaned this carpet because I had a Rotovac machine. Look up Rotovac, the best. They got the wheels and they leave the circles. And they cleaned this carpet, man. They were so amazed. So they gave me, I was on board. And I would clean all the houses after people moved out. And then I would do all the carpets. So, that just tells you, man, I never gave up, man. And I got one of the biggest contracts. And that's what pushed me into where I'm at now, if you will, because I started doing painting. I started painting all their houses. I started doing all the junk removers, evictions. I started doing just everything you could think of, all the repairs and stuff. I started subcontracting it out. And you know, without that contract, you know, I know it was a blessing from God, man, because without that, man, I definitely would have quit. I would have been working for somebody right now. You know, from going from these contracts where I'm making a little bit of nothing, and this was not even what I'm at now, but you know, to, you know, doing 5 to 10,000 a month, man, and providing jobs for people, hiring cleaners and hiring people. Had a carpet cleaner who I gave a van to, and he was doing all the carpets. I had painters on the payroll. So man, that was just an incredible time. And yeah. So yeah, just don't give up. Now where I'm at now, I strictly just do dumpster rentals. And also I haven't made videos on this, but I had some candy machines, some vending machines, ATM machines is something else that I was looking into as well. Let me know if you guys know anything about that in the description. Let me know what type of side hustles you guys do. If you want a side hustle video on this stuff, other stuff I do, how I make other money. But this 20K a month is strictly for my dumpster rental business. I love the dumpster rental business, man. It's incredible because I told you guys how, you know, I got that contract and I had all these people working for me. I also got really burnt out on that. It started being a big headache because the stuff wasn't getting done right. People still wanted to get money and they were taking a long time to pay. So I had had a $15,000 a month payroll at one point, and I wasn't getting any money from, you know, my invoices that I was sending in. So I was having to max out credit cards. I was having to get loans because it was holiday season and I wanted to pay my people. So man, I was going through a lot of stuff, and that's around the time where I got my first dumpsters. And I talk about how I got in the dumpster business a little bit, and then you know, I went from that to making between $20,000 to $30,000 a month. And I say 20 on this video just for the sake, you know, it's kind of closer to the average that I do. And I could do a lot more, but it's all about how much dumpsters you got and how much you put towards marketing. But yeah, that's a great journey, man. And I just want y'all to know, man, whatever type of business you're in, whatever thing you're doing, all you gotta do, man, is just stick with it. Just stick with it and see, you know what I mean? Just stick with it. Now, if you hate doing it, I would suggest, you know, looking for other opportunities. But if you know in your heart you don't want to work for somebody, and you know you started businesses and you quit them and went back to work for somebody, and you still hate it and you quit again, you're not meant to work for nobody. Just stop getting 9-to-5 jobs unless you really need it. But just strike out on your own, man. Strike out on your own. And yeah. So man, I appreciate y'all for watching. Hopefully y'all watched the whole video. Make sure y'all share this, like this. Make sure y'all pick up my book, 8 Steps to a Successful Dumpster Rental Business, on Amazon ebook right now. I will also be giving away free copies of my new book. And this is just for the people who have my old book, but you got to do something for me. I will send you my my new book through ebook, and I'll send you a hard copy. If you bought the book and it helped you, my first book, 8 Steps to a Successful Dumpster Rental Business, send me a short video clip on how it helped you. And anybody who does that, if you read my book already, just send me a good testimonial on how it may have helped you, and I'll be sure to send you a copy of my new book through ebook. And when my hard copies become available, I'll send you a hard copy as well. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Thank you so much. I know it's a little long video. Just make sure you subscribe if you didn't again. I love y'all, man. Peace and love, man. God bless y'all. Peace out.